Finally, some common sense has prevailed. I finally was able to get into my doctor's usual GP, and that is a lovely lady. Little bit ditzy at times, but a lovely lady. She does her best and she listens. I've now got the suitable required dressings on my legs to protect them from infection. I've had some infection removed, bunch of pus squeezed out of them. Yum. And some good conversation, and they admitted straight to me that would be why I'm being treated as less than, because the scars on my arms, they just automatically, they had a look at my file and they wrote up that I was high on drugs at the time because I have scars on my arms, okay? Right, is what it is. They're not going away, they're going to be there forever. Okay? I've suffered a lot of psychological damage in my life, mostly from home when I was a kid. From a dad who's like cuckoo. From a mum who's even worse cuckoo. She practices 50 million different types of religions and says she's not religious. Spiritual, she calls herself. Now when you start fucking around with tarot cards, rune stones, crystals, spirit channeling, pretty sure that's fucking witchcraft. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, believe it or not, don't care what you think, but every time her and I have had anything to do with one another, both of our lives go to shit. Mine more so. I'll have crazy accidents like this. So perhaps Mum's been thinking about me too much lately. Mum, stop it. I'm fine. I'm better off if you don't. I love you. We're not compatible people though, I'm sorry. You're nuts. Dad, a very violent drunk who loves to play headbutt games with people. Who had me convinced he was allowed to take me up the bush and shoot me when I was a kid. Yeah, that's a pretty weird childhood, isn't it? Hold it against me, why don't you? They also agreed with me when I said, Jeremy Rockcliffe, a lot of this is on you. Why? You've got money to spend on football stadiums, but nothing to go into our health sector. Our money. I couldn't give a flying fig about people chasing a petrified pigskin around the fucking around the paddock and kicking them between a couple of fucking sticks. Couldn't care less. I think it's fucking stupid and foolish and childish. My opinion. Compared to people's health, it is. Until you need that health care, you don't realise it. We don't need a football stadium. Not really. We want one. Priorities, mate. Yeah, I've really got a problem with drugs. Haven't I? Priorities. For me, it's food in the cupboards. The kids are loved and cared for. Not necessarily in that order. After that, in order. Inside the house is clean, tidy and germ-free. You know, a nice environment, a nice, clean, healthy environment to live in. Our mental health is taken care of. Outside of the house is taken care of. Food is not just shit from the supermarket. We grow our own vegetables. I run my own chickens. So I've got decent eggs and I'm not paying through the nose for eggs. I've got decent vegetables and I'm not paying hardly anything for vegetables for most of the year. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. I'm just trying to finish raising 2 kids on my own to the best of my abilities. Have I fallen off the wagon a few times? Yeah. Yeah. I would argue a couple of times I've been pushed off the fucking wagon. It's not something that I'll get off of my own accord for no reason. Put it that way. I'm not that weak. I'm not that shallow, I'm not that selfish. I don't think that morality just comes from me. I don't think that ethics and law just comes from our pathetic two-dimensional single plane existence on this earth called the human species. I believe in a higher power, a higher law to answer to. When you get to the end of your road and you have stood before Jesus, whatever you want to call him, your creator, whether you believe in one or not, you one day will. Most people that don't eventually do towards the end of their game, even if they don't say it or admit it. Look around the world. Look at all around the world, at all the influences around the world, the actual people with actual influence, actors. Look around the world at all the authority figures that when they get old, suddenly find Christ. They find God. Look at the judges that suddenly find God. Because they have been making judgments their entire life. They have been judging. They have been casting stones, although they are not free of sin or perfect at heart themselves. Think about that. I'm far from it. It's probably one of my hardest battles I have. Not to judge. I don't judge people on their past or their trials, tribulations or struggles. I judge them on their judgments. I don't know if that's ethical or not. I don't know if that's righteous or not. Maybe not for me. But I will make a judgment call, and I will assess the situation and call it for what it is, especially when it's making judgment calls on me that they have no business making those judgment calls on or about and know nothing about me. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's a layman's way of saying it. Who the fuck do you think you are? Fucking all high and mighty. Same as, who the fuck do you think you are to tell people what they can and cannot do with their own life in their own home that doesn't affect anybody else? I haven't that right. You haven't that right. None of us have that right. I know I sound angry. No, I'm just firm. I say what I mean what I say, and I don't fucking hold back. I'm not a jellyback Christian. I'm not scared to get calluses on my hands. I'm not scared to fucking throw down. I'm 5'3" and I'll throw down with you if you're 6 foot. I'm 5'3", and if you're 6'3", I'll let you throw me down, especially if you're wearing a uniform, just so I can have my say in court. Why? Because then it gets said. It gets said properly and it gets heard. So how do you like that one, Officer Flynn? You fell straight into me fucking trap that you set. You set the trap and it turned out to be my trap. Dumbass. I'm not the one that needs to wake up. Not one bit. Not one fucking bit. See, I'm selfless in that regard. I do not care about the outcome for me. I care about the legacy that we are creating and leaving for our future generations. I care about my fellow brethren, even if I don't like them. They have the right to autonomy of their body. They have the right to do as they wish in their own home, so long as they don't hurt anybody else. Which, by the way, is not Aleister Crowley's theory on do as thou shalt, or do as thou wilt. Because That's where his full stop was. Do as thou wilt. No. Do as thou shalt, and do as thou wilt, so long as thou doth not interfere with anyone fucking else. It's none of my business till you make it my business, nor is it any of yours until I make it yours. What are you doing, puss? Come on. All right, sit down. God, don't have to rape me. Cool cat, this. Cool as a cucumber, ain't ya? Yeah, I know. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a real horrible person, aren't I? I'm not even a cat man. I'm not even a cat person. But apparently this cat's a Dave cat. I'll give it the respect it deserves. On over here then. You're walking all over me stuff. No one wants to look at your bum. Turn around. No one wants their photo taken. Yeah, puss. You see, I've spent the last week being put at risk of possibly even losing the fucking half of my leg over prejudices, and assumptions, over a so-called health expert that doesn't give a flying fuck about the health. To them it's just a job. To them it's, yeah, this person doesn't deserve our help because they got scars in their arms. And that's all it comes down to. It's based on nothing more than that. That's a pretty piss poor fucking attitude if you ask me. I can't remember what that officer's name was. I wish I could, because I would splatter it straight on here. She was good as gold until she rolled my sleeves up and saw scars on my arms. And then wouldn't let me get a word out sideways, kept telling me to calm down. I just got second degree burns to 5% of my body 20 minutes ago. I think I'm pretty damn calm. Trying to talk to me kids, wouldn't let me talk to me kids. Goes away and writes a report on a file that my doctor just read, which she is correcting now because she knows me better. My GP knows me better. Thank you, Nadia. She knows I fell off the wagon a couple of times. You see, 2 years ago on Christmas Day, I was thrown into the deep end. Raising 2 kids by myself. A teenage girl and a boy with autism. I know, I've said it plenty of times. He's not a boy, he's a young man. He's a damn fine young man. With a conscience and morals and ethics that I wish I hope to live up to someday. He far surpasses me. Far surpasses me. I'm doing this by myself, completely by myself. I have no other family other than the 2 children that rely on me and a son in Queensland. And a daughter I've never met by the name of Madison in Portland, Victoria. I carry a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. I carry it and do the best with it that I can. I bury it. I share it with the Most High. Slowly I'm able to release bits and pieces of it and not carry it anymore. It takes time. But adding to that weight and kicking me in the guts all the fucking time, not just me, anybody, adding to that weight and kicking them in the guts all the time, you're just damaging someone that's already been damaged and they're trying to repair themselves the best way they can. Stop it. You're a fucking arsehole. You're a substandard fucking... You're subhuman. You're a zero value fucking individual. You're a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but you're a piece of fucking shit. Purposely going out of your way to damage people who are trying to fix themselves makes you a piece of fucking shit. I've got a mate that's been helping me out through this and over the last couple of years. And I leave him alone most of the time because he's got his own life and he's got his own problems too. But he gets it. I'm not going to name him because then you'd probably just fucking bag him out. But cheers, mate. I do appreciate it, even when I go quiet for a while. The appreciation is still here. And you get it too. Sometimes you just need to be left alone. Which means you have to leave people alone. You just, that solitude, that peace and quiet. It's how you deal with shit sometimes. For me, it's between me, the kids, and the good Lord. The Good Shepherd. So where was I? It went off a bit. It went off a bit, but it went to where it was supposed to go, I think. How about, instead of serving a tyrannical scumbag government who thinks that football's more important than your health, how about you start serving the people again? Like, are you in the health sector for people's health? Or are you in the health sector to kick people in the guts and to make them feel shit about themselves? Why are you there? Which is, I'll reiterate, why do we have Hindus and Muslims and fucking Islam fucking idiots and the likes studying in our health sector when our doctors are overseas earning big bucks overseas somewhere through the charity foundations? What a fucking racket is that? What a racket. A doctor working for UNICEF actually makes more money than a doctor here in Australia. How's that grab you? A surgeon. Why do you think they're all doing it? They're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart, you fuckwits. They're doing it for that. The amount of money that FEMA and the likes fucking throw into that shit. You're right, Fred Hollows. An eye is an eye. A foundation that was started for the right reasons, destroyed and thrown to pieces, raped and turned into something else by the people that have taken it over. Those fucking idiots at the local shopping centres that are fucking asking you for your money to donate into their charity. How much of that do you reckon actually goes to the people that they reckon they're raising charity money for? Fuck all. Fuck all. All goes into administration and fucking faceless CEOs. It's a fucking scam. It's all a scam. I can't believe the amount of money that's gone into Ethiopia over the years. Have a look at what Ethiopia really looks like. It ain't like the fucking commercials you see on TV. Nothing like it. It's a beautiful, lush green place. Plenty of money. There's no one starving there. all this money to supposedly help build all these war-torn places around the world. Those pictures are taken from inside a 2 or 3 block radius. The rest of the country's fine. It's just a bit of old damaged part of their country that hasn't been fixed yet. It's been proven that pictures have been taken from other countries. Other countries. Trying to raise money for poor people in Iraq or somewhere, and the pictures have come from fucking Ukraine or somewhere like that. It's been proven. Like George Carlin said, it's one big club and you ain't in it. It's all a scam. Your government doesn't work for you. Ooh, you're getting a new football stadium. Bread and fucking circuses. You will be given games to play so you don't notice your change. Who made that statement? Sir Winston Churchill. After World War II, not before it. You will be given games to play so that you don't notice your change. You don't give a flying fuck about politics, but you got a favourite football team, don't you? You think there's some kind of difference between Holden and Ford? Psst, no such thing. Here we are barracking between Holden and Ford here in Australia, and we don't even build them. It's just American cars running around an Australian track. American and European technology running around on an Australian track. We don't have a car manufacturing industry. We don't have Holden and Ford. Fucking grow up, dickheads. I'm a panel beater, spray painter, fiberglasser, a car restorer. I specialise in car restoration. I don't do any of it. It doesn't interest me. It fucking pisses me off now. Why? It's been used to bash us over the fucking head with. Who gives a fuck? It's just a car. It's just a car. There's good cars and bad cars. I've done it because I love the workmanship. I appreciate the workmanship. The pride of work, not pride of self, not pride of a car, not pride of a brand name, not idolatry, pride of workmanship. I love to see the workmanship that someone's put into restoring something old to make it new again, to give it another chance at life. That's what I appreciate. Why can't we do that with people? Why? Why do you so-called better than fucking others? Why do the better thans think you're better than the less thans? What makes you so much fucking better? Because you own some shit? Because you think you don't have problems? Oh, you got problems. You got shocking problems. You are the fucking problem. Fucking ought to be ashamed of yourselves, but you're not. Because you're too proud of yourself. Remember, pride come before the fall. I know a little something about that. I thought I got to a point where I was probably too high up and too big to fail. Boy, was I wrong. I was wrong at the time. Mistaken now. I see it. I see where my fall came from. I see it so plainly. I was a fool. I was a fool to think like you. thought I was one of the better thans. Nah. I'm far better now than I was then. And I'm still a wretch. Why do you think I don't vote? Why do you think I don't participate in the bullshit? I stay out of the white noise. I don't follow anyone. Fucking talking heads give me the shits. Have you ever thought about the left brain, right brain mentality? Why do you think there's a left side and a right side of politics? The left brain, the left hemisphere of your brain is what dominates feelings. The right hemisphere of your brain is what dominates logic. Both sides of politics are leading you to the same fucking destination by either your left hemisphere or right hemisphere logic. Why do you think that the right has been dumbed down to fucking buggery and the left has been over-radicalised? Now none of them are fucking making any sense. It's not the left and right side of politics. It's the left hemisphere people versus the right hemisphere people. Not realising we're just people. We're never going to get to the centre. They keep swinging that pendulum left to right, to left to right, to left to right. But they can't just go left to right. They've got to keep swinging it harder and harder to extreme left to radical right, to radical left to extreme right. It's never going to settle in the middle, because if it settles in the middle, we'll all come together. It's logical, really. It's not just logical. You feel me?